Hi everyone. Now we are going to take a look at sectors and finding the area of the sectors as well as arc length. So let's go ahead and get started. We need to talk about these vocab words. So I'm going to start with a circle. And I am going to give you a couple things of information. First, I'm going to start with the radius of the circle. So we'll say 7 inches. And then we're also going to give you a central angle, and this is going to be in degrees, and this one is more than 90 degrees, you can tell. So we'll say it's 110 degrees. Okay, and so when I want to find the area of a sector, I'm talking about this portion of the circle. And if I want to find arc length, I'm talking about the distance are part of the circumference, just within that 110 degrees of the circle. So we're going to go ahead and start like we always start our circle problems with card. So I write it, and then in this case I was given radius, so 7 inches. Now the diameter is twice that, so 14 inches, which I'm going to go ahead and get up there. And then I'm just going to finish this off and find my area and my circumference, and then that's going to be what we use to find the area of the sector and the arc length. So let's go ahead. We use the radius to find our area. So pi r squared would be 3.14 times 7 squared. 3.14 times 7 squared on my calculator tells me that it's going to be 153.86 inches squared. And then the circumference, remember, is pi times diameter. So I use this guy up here. So 3.14 times 14, which is 43 and 96 hundredths inches. Now that's awesome, and if I was just finding the area and circumference, I'd be done, but I just want the area of the sector and then the arc length. So the area of the sector, I am going to use the area of the circle, but I only want, sorry, I don't have my stylus, so it's kind of messy. I only want a portion of the circle. In fact, I want 110 out of the 360 degree circle. That's the fraction of the circle that I'm going to use. I'm going to take that and I'm going to multiply it by the area of the whole thing. So, and I can actually use the fraction button on my calculator, or I can use the 110 divided by 360 to get that answer. So the area of the sector is 47.0127, and the 7 repeats, so I'll put the repeating bar over, inches squared, and we label it its area. So we label it just like we labeled the area of the whole circle. Now the arc length is different. It's talking, remember, about the distance of my circle from that enclosed space between the 110 degrees. So the arc length is going to be part of the circumference. So I'm going to take that same fraction, 110 out of 360, and this time I'm going to multiply it by the circumference of my circle. So times 43.96. And I get 13.432 repeating inches. And that's how you find arc length. So I hope you have a better handle on how to find the area of the sector and the arc length. Remember, it all comes back to our card strategy to get started.